Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? It's Thursday. I've got some amazing guests here. I've got my business partner in crime, Michelle Rathmel, and we have this backwards. We have Burda with the Studio Raw Elite and also the Sugar Spa. Who doesn't like spa and beauty bar? Right around the corner from our store on Babcock Boulevard, over kind of near Ross Park Mall, in between us two. So yeah, so a lot of people I can drive by you on our way to our store, and they're like, "Where are we?" in Westview. So, but Dan, thank you for joining us. We're super excited to have you here. I know lots of brides have been dying to hear some good tips from you and techniques and all that good stuff. So thanks for coming along.
I am honored.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are and how you started Studio Raw Elite?
I was 26 when I started Studio Raw Elite. After coming back from Los Angeles, I was on Star Search, so I always wanted that sparkly lifestyle, but it didn't go according to plan, if you know what I'm saying. I went to hair school at 26 years old and saw an opportunity here in Pittsburgh that was such a market that was changing after moving back. I'm from here, but a new generation of hair. I think hair has become a little more laid back. However, it still needs to be elite. It still needs to be polished. And I wanted to create an environment that people could be themselves in. They didn't have to feel like they needed to be completely dressed up. But a real level that we can talk soul to soul about how we can make you look and feel better about yourself.
Awesome. And your studio is so beautiful. So beautiful. You have a gorgeous video. So we'll post your links in, below. So if anyone has questions, ask us now, or you can ask us later. Dan can get back to you, but you have a video going on right now of what it looks like, and it's spectacular.
Thank you. You know, we've been in business for 11 years. My mother and I love my mother, Lorraine. We own the business together. I did have a partner that passed away of a heart attack a few years ago. You know, our business also burned to the ground. And now soon we will add pandemic to the stuff we survived to live.
We are survivors.
We're survivors.
Seriously.
We will all get through this together for sure.
And all these brides will be too.
I know.
Oh, yeah, they're fine.
They're
going to be great.
We're not canceling. We're only postponing, and love will conquer all in everything we do.
And I always tell these ladies, I think whenever you're 90 years old, what a great story this will be at the nursing home one day when you're talking to everyone else. I survived that pandemic and I was supposed to be married that week.
I know. So you just have to have 2 anniversaries or 2 wedding dates to celebrate later on down the road. Yeah. Fantastic. Well, tell us a little bit about the Sugar Spa and Beauty Bar that you just won Best of the Berg for 2019. That's an awesome honor.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
I can't take personal credit for the Sugar Spa and Beauty Bar. My good friend Amber actually owns that business, which is right below Studio Raw.
Oh, okay.
She acquired the spa from me after Ron had passed away. Amber had such a strong passion for wanting to grow the spa that we made a business deal together to help her grow, and she has done completely fantastic. She is an ambitious young woman. She now has 2 children. A great spot. It's an atmosphere. It's an oasis. It's a hidden gem. The way that it sits down under with the trees and the creek. She has just completely remodeled her space as well. Both of the businesses have undergone several $100,000 remodel. So I call it the Willy Wonka factory for adults. Okay? We adults don't want candy. We want pampering.
That's right. And they're both beautiful. Both beautiful.
Her facials, they use the Eminence line of products, massages, every realm of skincare, nails. And again, it's about not only service, but atmosphere. You want to be in a surrounding that feels good. You want to feel like you're on vacation almost. You know, a lot of resorts that you'll go to in Cancun, and you look at the facility and how fabulous it is. Let's replicate it here.
Awesome. So I do have some people jumping on real quickly. Cindy Donis says, "Hi, nice to see you. You are the best."
Me?
And then, yes, you. And then one of her friends, Erin, has jumped on, and she asked, "What hair products do you use for color?" that.
We use Wella. We use the Wella line of color. We do use a couple smaller brands for specific things. Sometimes the Baco line of color for red hair, we have discovered, can be a little more of an intensive tone. A lot of times a redhead wants something with some pop, more of a candy apple type tone. We do a lot of the Pravana vivid colors for people that want more of a party color in their hair. But the multitude, the majority would be the Wella line of color.
Wella. That's a great line. Great line. Okay. So fantastic. Let's see if any more comes in. We'll answer those if we can. So everyone's dying for tips too. We've been quarantined for now, probably what, 40 days, I think we're at somewhere in that.
41 days if you shut down the 13th like we did. I think you guys probably shut down the same day we did. Yeah.
Yes, it's been quite a period of time. Enough time that we're all starting to, I think, feel our hair and nose hair and facial hair. God only knows where else.
It's all.
It's very tricky when it comes to at-home hair. It really is. Cutting your own hair. I don't know if you've ever attempted, either one of you. I did before I was ever a hairstylist, completely thinking I could give myself a cute little. It looked awful. It was. Yeah. I recommend, if you're going to cut your hair, do not use coupon scissors, like real big scissors. Use small ones and just start with little pieces here or there.
Okay.
As far as coloring your hair, that is a very difficult thing. Salons, there's kind of some legalities with being able to supply out product and sell it. Because it's a professional line of color. The color also will start oxidizing. So if we put it into a cup and give it to someone, they drive home, that color might not be as effective now, and the results can't be guaranteed. A lot of times people want to touch their roots up, but don't realize you might do even more damage by doing that. And then you're going to have a real problem of orange, yellow roots with black hair. It's tricky. I think brunettes are probably in the better category if you want to cover your grays. I understand Walmart has now also run out of hair color and toilet paper.
Oh, wow.
If you're looking at store-boxed color on the shelves, you never want to go any darker than a medium tone, because you think that you're going to get a medium tone, but you're going to look like Elvira.
Okay.
Blondes are very tricky. Like we have right next to me, we have a bright blonde tone. And with the roots, this is obviously a blonde that some bleach has been used, right? Like a blonde.
Yes, I have highlights. Yeah.
Okay. And to bleach your own hair at home can be very scary, because again, if it's not left on long enough, it will be orange or dark yellow. And then you need toner. So once you lift the bleach, you need to tone it a color. And the chemistry, it is complicated. Kelly Fry and Michelle Wright did their own hair. And the thing they said to me was it took them about 4 to 5 hours to actually do their color. Wow. Because it was just that difficult. And it's an art form. So if you do it enough, you eventually get good at it. But when you're just trying to take 2 stabs out in the bathroom.
Yep. Well, you do the pick, you do little thing, just teeny little pieces. Even having someone else do that on you would be extremely difficult that doesn't know what they're doing, let alone you trying to do it by yourself. That would be almost impossible.
Right.
I won't touch mine. My hairdresser's just going to cry when they see me. So
I really, my professional recommendation is just wait.
Just
wait. If you're going on the news, you have to anchor to the community. I see where, as a woman, the confidence I think they deserve to still have themselves put together.
Just trying to move it around a little bit and cover up the grays. And
if you're a blonde, you can take some baby powder and put it on top of your hair before you call your family.
Yeah. Yeah, because most of our brides will have the roots coming in, and then all of us, the moms and all that, have all the grays coming in.
It is a lot more expensive to get corrective color at a hair salon than it is just to have your hair done. So think of that as well. I feel the quarantine will be over soon. I really do. So think for the next maybe 3 weeks, 4 maybe. If you can make it that long, do it, because corrective color starts at about $400 or $500.
Yeah. I think a baseball cap is a lot cheaper than that.
Bandanas are cute too. You got the bandana now for your face mask and one for
just
put the whole ski mask on. I'm going out today.
Yes. But braids, ponytails, hats, scarves.
Just hang tight, everyone.
I think this is a moment of learning self-love, looking at yourself and your natural self, and coming to terms. It's okay. It's, you know, that we're all evolving and growing as human beings. We might have gray hair. Allow this as a moment to self-love.
Yeah.
And then we'll get that under control once we're
Yeah,
back.
I love that.
You can say I liked it, but not I love it. I'm going the other way. Dye this baby up. Give me my highlights back.
Tease it up. Tease it up.
Someone's
Just tease it
coming.
up. Tease
I
it
know.
up.
I know. So anyone that has probably short hair has a little bit more difficulties because it's really feeling unmanageable, or bangs. So just if you have to, just little snips here and there, but don't.
I think like around the ears, if it's a woman with short hair or a guy, like this area, it's pretty easy with some cuticle scissors to just nip those hairs. And in the back a little bit. If someone has a Mach 3 razor or a Venus razor, you know, your neckline, you can clean that up. But as far as all the top stuff, if you can just clean your line up around this, don't play with this if you don't have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just trying to fix it up could cause it to be really crazy.
Right. Yes.
Please don't do that to me.
Don't attempt a shag haircut is what I'm getting at.
Oh,
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Let's see. All right. So those are some good tips. So, all right, let's talk a little bit for our brides, if you don't mind. Give us some tips that would help the bride when they decide to get their hair done, or maybe get their whole wedding party done, and they come to see you and they want to schedule, and, you know, maybe you might do a mock trial before the wedding. What are some things that, you know, maybe they should know before coming in that just help them?
I think any bride that has ever said to herself in her life, I hate my hair up, should never wear their hair up on their wedding day. It's the most important day of your life. Mm-hmm. And you have said you hate when you wear your hair up. A lot of people have a conception that your hair should be up on your wedding day. I think it looks beautiful up on your wedding day. It's very, very stately, very regal, very classic. However, long, voluminous, curled, twirled, braided hair is beautiful as well. It's up to the bride, of course, when it comes down to how does she want to wear her hair. But the things you want to avoid are a meltdown at the salon that day where your hair's up and you're freaking out because you still can't get used to seeing it. I recommend that everyone have 2 to 3 pictures. That's it. Study 2 to 3 pictures. If you're kind of thumbing, that tells me one thing: you don't know what you want yet. The brides that'll come in with 2 to 3 very strong pictures, and they can be opposite pictures. And then we'll play with those looks. And once they see it on themselves, our facial shapes are different. So what looks beautiful on the model in the picture might make the bride feel like her cheeks are wider or the model's nose is thinner. It has to be custom tailored. However, what it shows me as a stylist is the shaping that they're seeing. I can tell she does want it up, or she does want it mid down, or half up, half down. There's many options, but you don't want to confuse yourself as a bride too.
Right.
Okay. A lot of times the dress that you're looking at, that of course you would be buying from these beautiful ladies, if they have a picture of the actual dress that the company has produced, look at the model wearing it. How is her hair in that dress? You know, like you were both saying earlier, if the dress is open in the back, you can have hair coming down. But if it's got a very beautiful design, why are you going to cover that? And I agree.
Right. Exactly. And I love too when brides, you know, they're always worried about their hair, and they're experimenting when they're with us. But sometimes, you know, if you go too crazy with your hair and you don't look like yourself, and you look at pictures down the road and you're like, who is that person? That's not me. You still need to leave a little bit of you in there, even though it's a little fancier of a day, a little more special of a day, but you got to find yourself in there.
Yes, you do. Yes. You still want to see yourself in the mirror once you've been painted and lacquered.
That's just the day that when the wind blows, it's all going to stay the same.
Right.
So what about the veils? Like, do you, when they bring in the veils, like, do you like to see the veils beforehand, or the?
Yes. A lot of times, some of these items are like custom tailored for the bride, and they won't actually have it when they're having their trial. Okay. I've seen that happen a few times, which doesn't really scare me if she has a picture, an idea of the length. However, that day of your wedding, you want somebody that's going to be capable of inserting it and removing it. Most veils have a clip. You just clip it in, put 2 bobby pins in, it's in.
Yeah.
clips out, but you know, the
And then any of the hair pieces you put in permanently for that day,
yes,
they're in there good. They're not
we
going anywhere.
yes, we anchor those in. I'll actually sometimes make the bride get up and do the Macarena a few times
Oh yeah.
to make sure during the evening it won't be flying out.
That's
I
good.
know. We're very careful with what hair pieces we pick out for the store. We want them to be light, bendable, and flexible.
And that's a very good
Yeah.
recommendation, is the agility of the product, because if you have something that's, you know, like this bottle here and you're trying to stick it onto your head and it won't bend, it's not going to work.
Yeah. Luckily, the vines are in, they're light, they're bendable, they can go in all different directions depending upon no matter what hairs you do, you can put them in some way, shape, or form, and they're gorgeous with a little bit of sparkle.
A lot of organic flavor with hair ornamentation right now, which I really like.
Okay. Yeah. So you're seeing, is there a certain kind of style that you're seeing a lot of that they're asking for? Like
You are getting more organic.
no, they're organic, the light,
A little less super blingy and a little softer with the items, whether it's actually flowers, like you were saying, vines. I've seen a twig, any type of a texture. Actually, a texture item goes beautiful with hair. A natural element goes with natural element. It collaborates and doesn't. It's not a harsh sticking out type of thing, right? It blends in there, but it still pops.
Okay. Fantastic.
Yeah, love that.
Good to
Just
know.
don't use a vitamin bottle.
No. All right. So those are some great tips. So for any brides that are watching, or anybody that's watching, if you have any questions, put it in there. If we don't get to it on the site, Dan will get back to you, or Michelle or I will get back to you. You can always reach us on our Facebook pages or our websites and give us a call. We're here to help you in any way, whether it's wedding gowns, hair, or life in general. So the one thing I did want to talk to you about is you have this amazing sign that is outside of your studio right on Babcock Boulevard. Tell everybody about it. If they haven't seen it, they're going to have to do a drive-by tomorrow or sometime in the near.
You'll have to drive by my house. I actually brought the iconic sign home with me. It's
Okay.
just an outdoor dry erase board sign. It originated with Studio Raw, being on a busy boulevard. I thought, how can I capture some eyes as they come past? Why not put a message out each day? But messages that are different. Tomorrow I'm going to write, I ran out of toilet paper 2 weeks ago. It takes people a second, but it kind of makes you giggle. And I think that we need little messages in life to just make us snicker or laugh. Life is very hard and serious. I think a lot of us out there just fake a smile to get through, and then we start to feel it. But sometimes a giggle helps as well. We also will showcase people on the sign that are in need of organ transplants. You know, I think as you're driving and you're thinking you're stressed out, maybe you had a bad day at work, and you see a sign that says Morgan Yoni, age 17, needs 2 double lungs. It's like, wow, I'm 38 years old. I've never needed lungs. And she was a young child, you know, a teenager.
Yeah.
And it puts a lot into perspective. You know, we will post it on our social media, and it's really heartwarming when you see people spreading her message then, or campaigning for the many people that 177,000 that are in need of needing an organ transplant. So with a silly little sign, you can have a lot of fun. You know, we enjoy the oddity of it, and the questionable signs at times that people say, what did that mean? You know, it's,
but maybe let's talk and ask. Let's talk.
What do you think it meant?
Yeah. It's like, I gotta go in there. I gotta see what's going on.
For the gay pride season that said Rainbow Bright turned me gay. They're eating fruity pebbles will turn you gay. You know, like it's odd things like that again, you just need to laugh.
Yeah, most definitely. Laughter just really changes everyone's world and in your whole stance on life. So, but yeah, I love the signs and I love all the charity work that you do. You're always trying to help people. You're trying to get their message out. You're trying to get people to see what's going on and so that they have an area that if they feel called to, that they can donate or try to do some kind of help for those people or those charity organizations. And that's so wonderful. And
it's my survival in life. I was with my partner. He dropped dead of a massive heart attack at 46, hit the ground at dinner one night. I saw him die. It changed my life. Mm-hmm. I've always wanted to help people before that happened, but after that happened, it changed everything. And there were either two options. You could lay next to him in a ball and curl up and die yourself mentally, or you start realizing that the only healing that your soul is going to feel is by helping people. And you remember the people that surrounded you when you were going through that. There was a man that would come into Studio Raw every 2-3 times a week right after Ron died. He'd give me a hug. He brought me a sandwich one day, brought me a bottle of booze one day. Straight married guy, he wanted nothing from me. And he said, I just care about you. I heard about, and you don't forget these random strangers that come out of the surface. And I've realized that you can be a stranger in somebody's life going through something really deep and sometimes be the strongest connection to them. And don't be afraid of that. If you see somebody that you feel is calling to you, that needs your assistance, your help, your hope, your hug, whatever it is, until we're ready to hug again.
Yeah, I know.
But we cannot turn a blind eye to those around us. If we've been blessed enough to be healthy and well, it is our obligation to help those that are not.
Absolutely. Yes. We are big believers in the store that if we're thinking it, say it. If you think somebody needs a little bit of encouragement, or you see a little bit of struggle happening in a personal relationship with that bride there at time, we'll pull her to the side and just feed into her, give to her as much as we can.
We need to open up. It's when I do hair, I talk to people, and I don't want to hear about Netflix or whatever. Let's talk life. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about a rotten relationship you had, or a hard moment that you had. And how did you survive it? And that's how we connect as human beings. We get to know each other. And not all people are comfortable enough to open up, which is okay. But for those that are, we've all gone through something, right? We've all struggled through something.
Absolutely.
And we're ashamed or embarrassed by it, but share it with one another, because it's empowering, and it keeps us all up and together.
I'm really actually very excited on the conversations that are going to come into our studios and our lives after this, because we're all on a level playing field right now. None of us have not gone through this.
You're right.
And we're going to start with this conversation, and then it's going to bleed into something maybe a little bit more difficult, or maybe a little bit more happier, but it's going to be, we're the same.
You're absolutely correct.
It's going to be,
we're all in the same boat, but we're 6 feet apart.
Yeah. But
that'll be a really big boat.
Yeah.
And preferably not one of those cruise ships that's stranded out at sea. Did they all come back in? I hope they all got back.
I don't know.
I think they're all in now, but they were floating around for quite some time out there.
You gotta wonder if they're ever going to go on a cruise again. I mean, I think I'd be done.
Yeah, I have no desire.
How could you ever get your land legs back?
And I kept thinking of the people that didn't even have a window room, like the interior rooms.
And you're not, I know. So, okay. So, so if anybody has any questions for Dan or for us, we are always here for you. We want, if you need an ear to, listen, or someone to help you out, reach out to us. We're here for you. And if you've got good things going on in life, reach out to us. We love to celebrate. We love it. Who doesn't want to?
Ladies have good energy. You both have great energy.
Oh, thanks. We love to help people out. We're in the business of confidence at the Bridal Store. It's about, being empowered and feeling beautiful and confident in your own skin and your own body. And I know you feel the same way. And that's why we get along, and we like to help each other.
Well, you know what? I always tell brides this too, because we all have insecurities. I mean, on camera, I'm looking at my face, right? I'm like, God Almighty. But you know what? The most attractive quality of a human being is confidence.
Yeah,
confidence.
Yep, it's so powerful. So, and I know as women, especially because we're working with mostly women, but it's hard. We beat ourselves up too much, and we've got to cut it out. And so do guys. Guys,
well, I think you both look like Barker Beauties from The Price is Right.
Oh, you're so sweet. Michelle's like, I can do that.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're going to be doing with wedding dresses from now on. Since we can't touch the dress, we're going to be like
one of those Christmas light poles.
Good Lord.
Maybe I'm thinking maybe a laser pointer. So it points to the dress.
Just don't burn a hole in it.
No. Oh my goodness.
It's going to be something else when both of our businesses open up.
Do they make pink laser pointers? Pink and purple? Yeah, I don't know.
I know they make different colors. You're going to have to take the one away from your cat that you use and play with.
Oh, that's right. I do have
So, oh my goodness. All right. Well, Dan, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been so much fun. We could do this all night long.
I was honored to be a part. Any brides that would ever need assistance or questions answered, we have a bridal consultant, Karen McDermott, that works at Studio Raw. She handles all of our brides. She's a fantastic woman, very organized and put together. And if you wanted to meet one of our very talented stylists, I can handpick who would probably be right for you if I could ever do that for you. I wish all of you a lot of luck in your maybe replanning stages right now, and your wedding will be bigger and better and wonderful and fantastic.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. So thank you so much. All right, everyone, have a fantastic day. We love you. Take care. Be safe.
Adios.